Thanks, guys. All right, last pregame show before you get a little break from seeing me and Zach's lovely faces on every Friday. Let's start off how we always do, though. Thoughts on last week's game. First time I've been on the sidelines this year, but I'm extremely happy I was not. Just a slow game from both teams, especially Iowa, though. The defense played good besides the first quarter, but the offense just did not look ready to play.
No, they didn't. It looked like it was going to get scary, maybe out of hand early. First 2 times down the field, Michigan State's able to find the end zone, and Iowa offense just really didn't quite have it. Akram Wadley was averaging just 1.2 yards a carry. The offense running the ball had just 28 yards throughout that contest. That's not going to win very many football games.
No. To be honest, though, I expected this type of game out of Nate Stanley a lot earlier in the season, so he was due for a game like this one. We're going to move on to U of I, though, now. They are a very young team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They started 3 freshmen in their season opener, and they're actually doing pretty good so far. They got freshman defensive end Bobby Roundtree, safety Bennett Williams, and cornerback Tony Adams. So on the offensive side of the ball for Iowa, what are we going to have to do so we do not look like how we did against Michigan State?
Well, like you just mentioned, a lot of young defensive backs. So can he take some threats down the field? You might see him open up the field a little bit more, take some of those long throws.
Connect.
Yeah, over the top a little bit. But this is an opportunity for Coach Lovie Smith to come in here, get a big win this season already because, yeah, they did all right during the preseason, but they've lost 2 straight games, and they haven't really been close with USF and with Nebraska. So they're trying to get kind of that signature win here early on in the season to try to jumpstart them.
Here's what quarterback Nate Stanley had to say on the Illini defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're super physical. They play hard and they play super tough up front. So just being able to come out and like I said, either make some positive yards on first down, will help us out and just allow us to execute better. I mean, it's all stuff that we've seen before, and maybe not all from one team, but obviously with Coach Smith being from the NFL, he brings in some concepts from the NFL, that they try to use, and we're just continue to watch film and game plan for them. So.
Now, on the offensive side of the ball for U of I, they have a very talented wide receiver, Ricky Smalling, who's actually from my neck of the woods, played for Brother Rice. Yeah, so played against my high school a couple times and my brother. He had a 76-yard reception when they took on USF, and he, again, only a true freshman. So I'm pretty excited to see him out there. Quarterback-wise, we are likely to see 2 different quarterbacks, junior Chase Crouch and sophomore Jeff George Jr. So defensively, we should be able to handle that. We're very experienced, but what are your thoughts on game plan-wise to get ready for 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah, Crouch was the quarterback last year. He got injured for 4 games, so George came in for those 4 games, and then Crouch was named the starter again. Hasn't had the best beginning part of the season, and Lovie Smith elected to make the change. We know Coach Smith isn't afraid to do that. We saw it with the Chicago Bears when he was there. But, you got to be able to prepare for 2, but the defense hasn't really struggled so far. They've been good at preparing for just about anybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would rather prepare for 2 Illinois quarterbacks than that Penn State offense that was crazy coming in there.
Very true. Here's what Josie had to say on the U of I offense.
Yeah, it depends who's in there. Whichever quarterback's in there. The one can run pretty well. He's a big guy. And they got some good running backs. They got a bunch of running backs actually that can run and really make the field open up. And then they got the wide receivers are good too. They got the Dudat kid that's pretty good, good in open space, and definitely can make you miss.
On Iowa's side, Josie Jewell, I think we can both agree, has been just great. He's leading the Big Ten with 60 tackles, ranks 3rd in the nation, has 32 tackles in just 2 weeks, tied for 8th in sacks, also in the Big Ten. I mean, he has completely set the tone for what is expected for the Iowa defense.
Yeah, and he has been as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's been almost the player of the week throughout the Big Ten defensively every single week. He's all over the field. He's had tall tasks guarding Heisman Trophy probably winner Saquon Barkley. He's also been able to do some tall tasks with that Michigan State. When Iowa needs something, when they need to stop, you look to Josie Jewell.
And I put up his interception again from Trace McSorley and the whole home run thing just because I had to put it in there twice. Our linebackers just as a core have a total of 99 career starts. So they have experience, they're great leaders, and they're definitely the heart of this Iowa defense. Now offensively for Iowa, Nathan Stanley is tied for 2nd in the Big Ten with 12 touchdown passes, has 175.2 passing efficiency in the 4th quarter and in overtime, and he's kept himself poised this season, obviously besides last week. Do you think having a game like he did against Michigan State will only just prepare him better for the rest of the season?
Everyone keeps saying too, Nate's overthrowing the guys, They were on our radio show on Friday saying that, and the whole thing is that you'd much rather see him overthrowing those guys than throwing it in between, and those result in interceptions a lot of times. He's kept those interceptions down. He's handled the ball nicely for the most part of it. So again, he's not forcing himself into mistakes. Now it's Akram Wadley. They're going to have to use him a lot more. 1.8 is not going to cut it for yards per carry.
Yeah. All right, predictions. Again, I'm assuming just Iowa. You can talk. I'll let you talk anyways.
I'm going to take the Iowa Hawkeyes this week. I think right now we're tied. Hey, I've taken Iowa every week, and you doubted the Hawkeyes against Wyoming.
Maybe I should have doubted them a couple other times.
Maybe it would have worked out better, but I'll go ahead and take the Hawkeyes.
I'm going to take Iowa too. This game, they have to win this game. There is no buts. I think this is just going to set the tone for the rest of the season. So if they lose, especially going into bye week, they need a win just for their confidence too. But I think they're ready to get out there, especially after playing the game they had against Michigan State last week. This is the end of our pregame show. Check out our Daily Iowan Snapchat on Discover. You will see a familiar face. Nate Stanley actually did a little something for us, and it only took him one try, so I was pretty proud of him.
There you go.
But next week, you will not see me and Zach as we have a week off just like Hawkeye football does, but we will see you guys in 2 weeks from today to break down Iowa's matchup with Northwestern.
And come back on Monday for all of your highlights from the game. Guys, back to you.